3 FM Sleek Radio. Of course, we know that Jack then has been in the news, and of course, Jack then, you can't separate them. So Jack then is in the news, and of course, Dennis Gordon, who is a member of parliament, he represents, which is it, South Central or East Central St. Andrew, that constituency that was represented by Dr. Peter Phillips previously. So Dennis is now there. So Dennis has been doing the rounds, in terms of the news cycle. So we will be talking to him here tomorrow at 10:10, and you can't afford to miss that interview. Make it a date, because you will be hearing it laid bare right here on Sleek Radio. This is a steal. It's a biggie we have been able to garner with Mr. Dennis Gordon. So stay with us. All right, let's go to the phone line. Hello, caller. You're absolutely correct. You're correct. Mm-hmm. And that's the lay of the land. It's just how it is. That's the juicy aspect of it. It's unfair, however, because when you drill down on the companies that have benefited from this, let's use that term, have benefited from this, the only one that is giving back to the Jamaican people, to people who cannot afford their dialysis treatment and so on, is Jack then. So if you, well, whoever wants to make me know that is beside the point. What happened, I am pointing out a truism, and I'm not by any means saying that, listen, if something had done untoward by Jack then, it should not be pointed out. And that is why we don't just basically go and talk glibly from the seat of our pants. We are going to be getting the head of Jack then himself. He has been confirmed to be here with us tomorrow. So you know that you're going to have to buy a beer and sit down to listen to that interview. It will be that riveting. And there's reason for that. Whenever the administration in office tend to get more coverage, and the opposition, and certainly the PNP right now, because it seems as if a lot of media certainly have the JLP seems to have quite a bit of favorites in the media space, when you listen to some people speak. However, the PNP will have to find ways and means in order to get their message out there, and any other political party who is joining the fray, because the government, which is, you can't separate, the JLP is from the government. So whenever members of the government speak, for example, a minister of government, they will capture the news and so on, and they can use that avenue to basically push their narrative. So the PNP, as Mr. Golden said here yesterday, they are looking at ways and means to sharpen their communication, and he said that they will be using more, try to get themselves more into the radio space and so on and so forth. So let's see how that will go. But you see, it was really a very unfortunate comment on the part of Minister Mackenzie, because when you have a situation where, here is it, the JTA is saying to the government that, listen, we have to get on with the business of teaching and learning, and the school plan is for that. And the government must be called out because they have been derelict in their duty. 6 months after Hurricane Melissa, they still have our people being housed in the schools. That can't be a plus, that can't be good. Just put yourself in the position of any parent, right, or any guardian of students who are attending any one of these schools, and you hear that your child now going into a space that's called school, and people are there engaging in adult activities, carrying out all sorts of things. And the school, as the president of the JTA said, have now been transformed into a massive, vulgar tenement yard. That's another food for thought there. From time to time, whenever operatives of the government speak, they will be happy to say that, listen, no other government has spent more money than this government and so on. The truth is that this government has no other government have collected more money by way of taxes and other things than this present administration. No other. So it stands to reason that if you have more money from the people, then certainly you will have more resources in your coffers to spend there. So when you hear somebody say, listen, the government spend most money and the police, they spend most money, they're collecting the most money there. We have never seen so much money being collected and say traffic tickets and so on. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. I like to stay on point, Africa. And while you enumerate a number of things there, but and we are multifaceted. In this particular situation with our students and indeed our teachers, what they're exposed to right now is something that the government of Jamaica must address post haste, like from yesterday, right? First thing to begin with, no way our people should still be languishing in shelters in our schools 6 months after the hurricane, because what the government should have done, they should have approached this thing similar to when you go to the hospital where they look at what is called a triage situation. And they basically look at those persons who are most vulnerable, who need help, right? Who need help the most, because obviously for 6 months on, and these people are still in shelter, it means that they are certainly at the bottom of the pyramid in, I would hazard, I guess, totally. They're at the bottom of the pyramid. The PNP no control the purse string, and the PNP can't do nothing as it relates to them well, they can talk and bring, but in terms of where the spend is, and we as people, we must understand that we operate in a parliamentary democracy where you could say is the winner takes all, right? Whatever is given to members, it is almost, you could say, at the discretion of the government of the day. And that is why, for example, an idea that was put forward by former Prime Minister Bruce Golding, where he introduced the CDF, Constituency Development Fund, something like that was really a good, it's a paltry sum that the MPs get now, but at least it was said that it's because it was supposed to be given out in a much larger way. Well, that's where I'm heading, because in truth, and hold on. That's where I'm heading. The truth is that what they get as Constituency Development Fund cannot scratch the surface. We're talking about something like, hold on, man, please. Let me just talk to you and explain. Because we have to, we educate here, we want to make sense of people, hear what we're saying. No, that's why I'm educating. Right? And you are educating me as well, even as Dunn says you want to describe yourself. I don't carry that line. I don't refer to people as Dunn says, all right? But the point I'm making is that the $15 million that is given to each constituency, it's a drop in the bucket. It can hardly fix even one road, right? And it is basically shared in our part, hold on, Africa, it is shared in a particular way where it has to do with education, it has to do with a number of things. So there's not much that the $15 million can do, Africa. It means exactly what it said, but that's a point I'm making, that based on the amount that is given, it's almost a betrayal of the word itself, because it can't develop no constituency. Well, let's put it this way. Maybe the time has come now for them to lobby, or for Mr. Holness to say, listen, we are going to move that $15 million to maybe $100 million per constituency, so the MPs can do something meaningful without going to ministers of government cap in hand. Yes, sir. I would imagine so. Mm-hmm.